Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. NZD/USD regains traction after correction, climbs above 0.6780 http ntvforex.com news ID to8C7F September 18, 15:04 GMT by Aaron Sengezer. NZD/USD staged a correction after coming with a few pips of 0.6800. US dollar index struggles to hold above 93.00 in American session. Consumer confidence in the US strengthened in September. The NZD/USD pair rose to its highest level since April 2019 at 0.6798 on Friday, but staged a correction and returned to 0.6760 area in the early American session. With the greenback struggling to find demand, however, the pair regained its traction and advanced toward 0.6780 region, where it was up 0.35% on the day. On Friday, NBSP New Zealand's Finance Minister, Grant Robertson, argued that the Reserve Bank of New Zealand RBNZ would opt out to leave rates unchanged until March of 2021 if the recovery were to be stronger than expected. Boosted by this comment, NZD/USD surged higher during the Asian trading hours. DXY looks to snap two-week winning streak. On the other hand, the US dollar index DXY spent the first half of the day moving sideways below 93.00. Although the index edged higher following an uninspiring opening in Wall Street, it struggled to preserve its momentum and was last posting small daily losses at 92.83. Unless it climbs to 93.30 before the end of the day, the DXY will snap a two-week winning streak. The only data from the U.S. on Friday showed that the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index improved to 78.9 in September's advanced estimate and beat the market expectation of 75. Nevertheless, this report had little to no impact on market sentiment. Technical levels to watch for NZD/USD overview today: last price 0.6775, today daily change 0.0019, today daily change percent 0.28, today daily open 0.6756, NBSP trends daily SMA 20 0.6677, daily SMA 50 0.6632, daily SMA 100 0.6471, daily SMA 200 0.6392, NBSP levels: previous daily high 0.676, previous daily low 0.6675, previous weekly high 0.6724, previous weekly low 0.6601, previous monthly high 0.6764, previous monthly low 0.6488, daily Fibonacci 38.2%, 0.6728, daily Fibonacci 61.8%, 0.6707, daily pivot point S1 0.6701, daily pivot point S2 0.6645, daily pivot point S3 0.6616, daily pivot point R1 0.6786, daily pivot point R2 0.6815, daily pivot point R3 0.6871. NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. US UOM Consumer Sentiment Index improves to 78.9 in September versus 75 expected. http ntvforex.com news ID 71A87B September 18, 14:07 GMT by Aaron Sengezer. Consumer confidence in the U.S. improved at a stronger pace than expected in September. NBSP US dollar index registers modest daily gains near 93.00 after the data. The Consumer Sentiment Index in the NBSP US NBSP rose from 74.1 NBSP in August to 78.9 preliminary in September, the University of Michigan's latest surveys of consumers showed on Friday. This reading came in better than the market expectation of 75. Further details of the publication showed that the current economic conditions index rose to 87.5 from 82.9 NBSP, and the index of consumer expectations edged higher to 73.3 NBSP from 68.5. Commenting on the data, consumer sentiment improved in early September, reaching the top of the range it has traveled since April, said NBSP Richard Curtin, Surveys of Consumers chief economist. NBSP. While the recent gain was consistent with an unchanged flat trend, the data indicated that the election has begun to have an impact on expectations about future economic prospects. Market reaction: the US dollar index edged slightly higher after the data and was last seen gaining 0.1% on the day at 93.00. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. S&P 500 opens modestly lower. Energy shares continue to underperform. http://ntvforex.com News ID C8-28C September 18, 14:00 GMT by Aaron Senghezer. Wall Street's main indexes extend NBSP slide after closing in the red on Thursday. All major sectors of the S&P NBSP 500 NBSP trade in the negative territory. Energy shares continue to suffer losses despite crude oil's strong performance this week. Major equity indexes in the U.S. started the day in the negative territory on Friday as investors struggle to find a reason to return to risk-sensitive assets. As of writing, the S&P 500 index was down 0.3% on the day at 3,347, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was losing 0.45% at 27,780 and the Nasdaq Composite was falling 0.12% at 10,897. All major sectors of the S&P 500 trade in the negative territory after the opening bell. The risk-sensitive energy index is down 1.5% despite a more than 10% weekly gain witnessed in the price of a barrel of West Texas Intermediate WTI. NBSP. Among the S&P 500 listed companies, NBSP Aptiv plc APTV NYSE is up more than 6% on the day as the biggest daily percentage gainer. NBSP. The only data featured in the U.S. economic docket will be the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index. NBSP S&P 500 Chart Daily. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. USD CHF sits near session tops, around 0.9100 mark. http://ntvforex.com News ID EFAF1E September 18, 13:57 GMT by Haresh Menghani. USD CHF caught some fresh bids on Friday and moved back to the 0.9100 mark. The uptick seemed unaffected. Weaker USD, deteriorating global risk sentiment. Sustained move beyond the 0.9140 area needed to confirm any further move up. The USD-CHF pair maintained its bid tone through the early North American session, with bulls making a fresh attempt to build on the momentum further beyond the 0.9100 mark. Following the previous day's sharp pullback of around 60 pips from over 1 week tops, the pair managed to regain some positive traction on the last trading day of the week. The uptick lacked any obvious fundamental catalyst and hence, remained capped on the back of softer tone surrounding the US dollar. The greenback struggled to capitalize on the post-FOMC short covering move and came under some fresh selling following Thursday's weaker US economic data. This comes on the back of worries about the second wave of the coronavirus infections and raised doubts over the sustainability of the US economic recovery. Bullish traders also seemed rather unaffected by deteriorating risk sentiment, which was evident from a fresh leg down in the US equity markets. The risk-off mood might undermine the Swiss franc's safe haven demand and keep a lid on any strong gains for the USD-CHF pair, warranting some caution for bullish traders. Hence, it will be prudent to wait for some strong follow-through buying, possibly beyond the overnight swing high, around the 0.9140 region, before positioning for any further appreciating move. The USD-CHF pair might then surpass the 50-day SMA, around the 0.9160 region, and aim to reclaim the 0.9200 round figure mark. Technical levels to watch: see USD-CHF overview. Today last price 0.9103, today daily change 0.0020, today daily change percent 0.22, today daily open 0.9083, NBSP trends daily SMA 20 0.91, daily SMA 50 0.9166, daily SMA 100 0.9373, daily SMA 200 0.9535, NBSP levels: previous daily high 0.914, previous daily low 0.9081, previous weekly high 0.92, previous weekly low 0.9049, previous monthly high 0.9242, previous monthly low 0.8999, daily Fibonacci 38.2%, 0.9103, daily Fibonacci 61.8%, 0.9117, daily pivot point S1 0.9063, daily pivot point S2 0.9042, daily pivot point S3 0.9004, daily pivot point R1 0.9122, daily pivot point R2 0.916, daily pivot point R3 0.9181, NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. VE Chain joins China Animal Health and Food Safety Alliance. http ntvforex.com. News ID 021F00442 GMT. The alliance includes companies like Starbucks, McDonald's, and Walmart. The new active addresses on VET has been on a steady decline. VE Chain Foundation took a huge step towards mainstream adoption by joining the China Animal Health and Food Safety Alliance as a council member. In the process, it became the only blockchain technology provider in the alliance and will be offering technical and infrastructure support. The alliance includes companies like Starbucks, McDonald's, and Walmart. VE Chain stated that they would be using their platform to create a farm-to-table traceability system across China by building upon the existing food trust system. All enterprise members of the alliance will be capable of logging key processes of food products onto the blockchain in an immutable and secured way, bridging trust between consumers and the enterprises. Traceability can start from cultivation, processing, packaging, logistics, to retail and more. VET USD daily chart. VET USD strung together 5 straight bullish days before fumbling at the $0.0145 resistance line. Since then, the price has dropped to $0.014. We don't think that the price is going to fall below the bullish flag formation. It will probably bounce up from the $0.0135 support line and jump to the flag's upper line. The MACD shows that the market momentum is still bullish, so a break above the flag is expected. VET new active addresses. The new active addresses on VET have been on a steady decline, which has caused the price to go down. However, becoming a council member will attract more users, which will improve the price in the long term. VET social volume. Social volume is another helpful metric that can help predict positive price movement. Usually, a spike in social volume causes a spike in the price. Whether the move is upwards or downwards depends solely on whether the story being circulated is positive or negative. There has been a reasonable spike on social volume, which has prompted the price goes up. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Bitcoin price forecast. Bitcoin currently with the $10,960 resistance line. NBSP a confluence detector. http ntvforex.com. News ID 0A7DB10340 GMT. BTC is presently consolidating in an ascending triangle formation. Daily confluence detector shows healthy support down at $10,600. BTC/USD is trending in an ascending triangle formation as price consolidates below $11,000. The price has been trending horizontally for the last 3 days, as evidenced by the 20-day Bollinger Band's constriction, which indicates lower volatility. Currently, BTC is hugging along the $10,960 resistance line. NBSP BTC/USD daily chart. NBSP, if the price breaks above that, they will want to go up to the $11,350 resistance line. The RSI is trending along the neutral zone, so it is still anybody's ball game. BTC daily confluence detector. The daily confluence detector makes for pretty much the same reading. Currently, the price is stifled under the $10,960 resistance line, which has the 1-week Fibonacci 23.6% retracement level. Up next, we have another strong resistance at $11,300, which has the 1-day SMA 50, daily pivot point 1 resistance 3, weekly pivot point 1 resistance 1 and the 1-month Fibonacci 61.8% retracement level. On the downside, we have a support level at $10,600, which has the previous month low and daily pivot point 1 support 3. NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Top 3 coins price prediction: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. BTC upside capped at $11,600. http ntvforex.com. News ID FCDEB80206. GMT. Twitter and Square CEO Jack Dorsey has yet again reinstated his support for Bitcoin. Bitcoin options open interest is hovering at around 134,000 contracts. Crypto BitLord accused Ripple of not doing anything to improve the price of XRP. Bitcoin is probably the best native currency of the Internet, Twitter CEO NBSP. In a recent interview with Reuters, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and Square, said that Bitcoin is probably the best native currency of the Internet as it is consensus-driven and built by everyone. NBSP. The interview comes shortly after Dorsey's Square invited other cryptocurrency companies to join an alliance that will pool patents and preserve its open-source spirit. The group is called a Cryptocurrency Open Patent Alliance, a COPA. NBSP. We believe there needs to be a global native currency for the Internet. Just as everyone should be able to participate in the economy and have access to the same tools and services, so too should everyone be able to participate in cryptocurrencies and have access to its underlying innovation. With many major firms filing and holding many patents, the number of U.S. cryptocurrency and blockchain-related patents have doubled between 2016 and 2017. Regardless of whether it has patents or not, any digital asset company will be eligible to join COPA. NBSP. Dorsey has endorsed Bitcoin several times in the past few years. Earlier, he had also claimed that the coin could become the world's sole currency by 2030. In the recent interview with Reuters, Dorsey said, NBSP. I think the Internet wants a native currency and I think Bitcoin is probably the best manifestation of that so far. However, Dorsey thinks that there is still work to be done before Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies achieve mainstream adoption. According to him, transaction times and efficiency and ease of use need improvement. NBSP. We have to build Bitcoin in such a way that it is intuitive, it's as fast and it's efficient as what exists today and goes beyond that too. Bitcoin options open interest on the rise. NBSP. The open interest of Bitcoin is surging again, pointing to a potentially large price movement soon. The rise in BTC's recent price volatility coincides with the imminent expiration of 77,000 BTC options contracts. Deribit data reveals that the BTC options open interest is hovering at around 134,000 contracts, indicating that a surge in volatility in October is becoming more likely. NBSP open interest is growing again, 134K BTC contracts outstanding, which is 74% of total market. Next is CME with around 25k contracts outstanding. The biggest OI is held in the September 20 expiry, a total 77k of which 59k is held at Deribit. pic.twitter.com Skudavag a Deribit at Deribit Exchange September 16, 2020. Whether this expected volatility will lead to a Bitcoin rejection or cause the bull market to resume remains unclear. If the flagship coin follows the previous post-halving cycle, it will likely achieve a new all-time high 15 months after the recent halving mid-2021. NBSP as the accumulation phase continues, BTC could remain in the $9,000–$12,000 range in the near term. Once the September expiration occurs on the last Friday of every month, Bitcoin is likely to move in a particular direction. For now, the continuous rejection of $12,000 and $11,100 makes a longer consolidation phase probable. NBSP. A few traders believe that the recent Bitcoin rejection was a take-profit pullback. Technical analysts are anticipating a minor price drop in the near term. A pseudonymous trader is known as a Byzantine General took to Twitter to share their thoughts. It really was a good spot to take profit. That lick cluster at 10,600 probably gets taken out now. Would be a nice retest of the 50 EMA $2. BTC pic.twitter.com K8ENYQ903N. A Byzantine General at BYZ General September 17, 2020. BTC USD Daily Chart. BTC is consolidating in an ascending triangle pattern and is currently testing the $10,960 resistance line. The 20-day Bollinger Jaw is constricting, which shows decreasing price volatility. Over the last 3 days, the bulls and bears have cancelled each other out, so the RSI is hovering around the neutral zone. To understand KS price movement, LEDA-S check out the IMAP. BTC IMAP. BTC is sitting on top of a robust supply wall, so downside potential is limited. On the upside, the bulls have the space to move the price up to $11,600, before it meets a strong resistance level. BTC on-chain metrics. 1 age consumed. As per sentiment, there is a massive spike in the age consumed metric on September 16. Usually, a spike results in a sudden price movement, could be either positive or negative. However, going by the IMAP, we can guess that the movement is going to be positive. To dev activity over the last 10 days, there has been a sharp drop in on-chain development activity. This is usually a bearish sign. However, Bitcoin is not as dependent on on-chain activity as Ethereum. Ethereum sees a surge in pending transactions following the Uniswap token launch. The number of pending transactions on Ethereum surged shortly after the Uniswap exchange announced its Uni token launch. The decentralized exchange revealed that it launched the Uni governance token, with 1 billion coins distributed over the next 4 years. NBSP Uniswap permitted historical users of the protocol and its liquidity providers to claim 400 Uni tokens per each address used. An excerpt from Uniswap's announcement reads: NBSP 15% of Uni 150 million Uni can immediately be claimed by historical liquidity providers, users, and SOX redeemers holders based on a snapshot ending September 1, 2020, at 12:00 MUTC. As users started to claim their tokens, the number of pending transactions on Ethereum per minute surged from around 160,000 to over 210,000. NBSP. According to a CoinDesk report, just 3 hours after the token claims began, more than 18,000 transactions were sent to the Uni governance token's smart contract address. This spike in the number of transactions sent to the smart contract address led to increased Ether gas fees. NBSP. As per Etherscan, the Uni token distribution address saw users pay $1.4 million in ETH as gas fees when transacting to it. This accounted for more than 8% of the gas used in the last 24-hour period. NBSP. The last time we at Etherscan site traffic peaked to the current level was during the 2017-2018 ICO mania. Kudos to @Uniswap protocol for the successful launch of the Uni token. https://t.co/pic.twitter.com OJHUGYUX7A Matthew Tan at Bitcoin September 17, 2020 ETH USD Daily Chart. ETH is also consolidating in an ascending triangle formation. After encountering resistance at the $390 line, the price has gone down slightly over the last 2 days. However, despite the bearish movement, the TD sequential tells us that we are in the early stages of an upward trend. If the bulls carry their momentum, they should break past the $390 resistance line and go all the way up to the $410 resistance line. Ethereum's IMAP shows a lack of substantial resistance levels up front, so there is tremendous upside potential. On the downside, it is sitting on top of a strong supply wall, so downward movement is limited. Ethereum on-chain metrics won new addresses over the last 3 months. The number of new addresses has pretty much remained consistent. This is a good sign. 2eth velocity Ethereum's token velocity has drastically decreased mainly because of Uniswap. Investors have locked up their Ether in the Uniswap contracts, which has reduced the token velocity. This is also a bullish sign. Ripple popular investor calls XRP a confirmed scam. NBSP, a well-known cryptocurrency investor who goes by the name A Crypto Bitlorda, has allegedly sold all their XRP holdings. The investor claimed that the cryptocurrency is a confirmed scam. Ripple, the company behind XRP, is laden with many controversies. The firm presently holds more than half of the total XRP supply. This, according to most observers, is the reason why the price has been moving horizontally. Ripple has also been accused of intentionally suppressing XRP's price. NBSP Crypto Bitlord is popularly known for starting a petition back in 2019, asking Ripple to stop dumping on investors. In a recent tweet, they called XRP a confirmed scam. They explained that they realized this after watching Ripple dump on the market for several years. I am sad to announce, but $XRP Ripple is a confirmed scam after years of watching them dump on us and delivering nothing to the token but shit. IAVE cracked the code. They don't need $XRP if you read this, dump it. I am selling every last cent. Fuck Brad and fuck Ripple. A Crypto Bitlord at Crypto Bitlord September 15, 2020. Notably, some Twitter users shared the same sentiment as Crypto Bitlord. NBSP, I could have saved you the effort. Dumping a billion XRP every month. Brad amp his minions owning the majority of tokens certainly red flags up the wazoo. OAD Farmakis at Money 14 September 15, 2020. XRP USD daily chart. XRP USD has been trending in a bearish flag pattern and has encountered resistance at the SMA 20 curve. As of now, the price is consolidating under the 25 cents level, before it goes through a bearish breakout. If the price does break below the flag, it will probably drop down till the 24 cents support line. However, it is highly doubtful if XRP will actually go through such a sharp movement. Ripple on-chain metrics. Age consumed. The age consumed metric from Sentiment shows a lack of spikes. Hence, XRP is probably going to keep on moving sluggishly. Key levels. XRP USD overview. Today last price 0.2494. Today daily change 0.0016. Today daily change percent 0.64. Today daily open 0.251. NBSP trends. Daily SMA 20 0.2524. Daily SMA 50 0.2749. Daily SMA 100 0.235. Daily SMA 200 0.2143. NBSP levels. Previous daily high 0.2555. Previous daily low 0.2466. Previous weekly high 0.2586. Previous weekly low 0.2345. Previous monthly high 0.328. Previous monthly low 0.2485. Daily Fibonacci 38.2%. 0.25. Daily Fibonacci 61.8%. 0.2521. Daily pivot point S1 0.2466. Daily pivot point S2 0.2422. Daily pivot point S3 0.2377. Daily pivot point R1 0.2554. Daily pivot point R2 0.2599. Daily pivot point R3 0.2643. NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Mid-afternoon market update. Dow tumbles 300 points. Compass Pathways shares spike higher. Analysis. http ntvforex.com. News ID 705FF0918 26:32 p.m. Toward the end of trading Friday, the Dow traded down 1.11% to 27,591.20, while the Nasdaq fell 1.68% to 10,727.08. The S&P also fell, dropping 1.42% to 3,309.30. The U.S. has the highest number of coronavirus cases and deaths in the world, reporting a total of 6,676,410 cases with around 197,650 deaths. India confirmed a total of at least 5,214,670 confirmed cases and 84,370 deaths, while Brazil reported over 4,455,380 COVID-19 cases with 134,930 deaths. In total, there were at least 30,205,220 cases of COVID-19 worldwide with over 946,670 deaths, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. Leading and lagging sectors. Financial shares slipped by just 0.1% on Friday. Meanwhile, top gainers in the sector included NBSP Western New England Bancorp, Inc. NBSP WNEB 9.92%, up 9%, and NBSP Live Oak Bankshares, Inc. NBSP LOB 6.93%, up 7%. In trading on Friday, information technology shares tumbled 2.1%. Top headline: U.S. consumer sentiment increase in September, with the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index climbing to 78.9 versus 74.1 in August. Economists were expecting a reading of 75.9 for September. Equities trading up. Cassava Sciences, Inc. NBSP SAVA 40.48%. NBSP shares shot up 35% to $9.54 following news of two insiders buying stock Thursday even for a total of about 225,000 shares. Shares of NBSP Compass Pathways plc ADR NBSP Nasdaq PMS NBSP got a boost, shooting 42% to $24.13 after the company priced its IPO at $17 per share. Westport Fuel Systems Incorporated NBSP WPRT 36.42%. NBSP shares were also up, gaining 36% to $2.21 after the company announced its YK Westport joint venture received certification from the Ministry of Ecology and Environment of China for its 12-liter engine equipped with the HPDI 2.0 fuel system. Equities trading down. BioVi Incorporated NBSP BIVI 19.76%. NBSP shares tumbled 20% to $10 after the company reported the pricing of an underwritten public offering of 1,565,200 shares at $10 per share. Shares of NBSP Adamas Pharmaceuticals Corporation NBSP ADMP 7.82%. NBSP were down 8% to $0.7290 after the company announced pricing of offering of common stock at 62 cents per share. Isora, Inc. NBSP ISR 21.01%. NBSP was down, falling 20% to $0.6203. Isora reported a loss for the fourth quarter, while sales missed expectations. Commodities. In commodity news, oil traded down 0.4% to $40.79, while gold traded up 0.6% to $1,962. Silver traded up 0.1% Friday to $27.110, while copper rose 1% to $3.1030. Eurozone. European shares closed lower today. The Eurozone STOXX 600 fell 0.66%, the Spanish IBEX index fell 2.21%, while Italy's FTSE MIB index dropped 1.09%. Meanwhile, the German DAX 30 declined 0.7%, French CAC 40 dropped 1.22% and London ASFTSE 100 fell 0.71%. Retail sales in the UK climbed for the fourth consecutive month, rising 0.8% in August. German producer prices fell for the seventh straight month, declining 1.2% year-over-year in August. Economics: the current account deficit increased by 52.9% to $170.5 billion during the second quarter. The University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index climbed to 78.9 in September versus 74.1 in August. The index of leading economic indicators increased 1.2% for August, versus analysts' estimates for a 1.3% rise. The total number of active U.S. oil rigs slipped by 1 to 179 rigs this week, Baker Hughes Inc. reported. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Lay signals rebound, but at a slower pace. Analysis: http://ntvforex.com. News ID EA21509182027 13:18 p.m. Moderate growth in August. The leading economic index posted a solid 1.2% increase in August but slowed from the 2.7% pace averaged over the past 3 months, in line with our projections for moderating growth after Q3. The index has recovered more than halfway to its pre-pandemic level after sharp declines in March and April. Most recent monthly increases, however, hint that growth has begun to decelerate. Labor market improvement provides the most lift while jobless claims are still high. The relative improvement during August meant jobless claims provided the biggest overall lift in the month of the various subcomponents, followed by more modest contributions from ISM new orders and stock prices. Wilting consumer confidence weighed on the lay in August, but that may be short-lived. Recent figures from the University of Michigan showed consumer sentiment rose in September. Download the full report. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. NEO Market Update. NEO charts yearly highs, as it readies for DeFi. http://ntvforex.com. News ID 2D19C2 September 18, 23:21 GMT. The new NEO update increases the overall block size limit and improves overall network health. The 4-hour NEO chart has formed the head and shoulders pattern. NBSP NEO issues new mainnet update. The NEO Global Development NGD has announced a new version of the core NEO2 node client, NEO CLIV 2.12.0. This update increases the overall block size limit and improves overall network health. The gas limit has gone up from 10 to 50, while the max number of transactions per block has dropped from 500 to 200. This increase in gas limit is for NEO's upcoming DeFi Flamingo. The new updates will ensure network stability by compensating for an expected increase in contract execution time. NEO USD daily chart. NEO buyers have stayed in control for 3 straight days, charting the 3 green soldiers pattern as it went up from $20.35 to $25.15. The price reached intraday highs of $25.90, charting a 52-week high. In the process, the price has crossed the upper curve of the 20-day Bollinger Band and the relative strength index has crept into the overbought zone. Both these indicators show that the price is presently overvalued and will face bearish correction soon. The immediate target for correction will be $24.50, bringing the price back inside the 20-day Bollinger Band. NEO 4 US dollars hour chart. The 4-hour chart has formed the head and shoulders pattern and then broke above the upward trending line. The RSI is hovering along the very edge of the overbought zone, prompting a bearish correction, as the 2 latest candlesticks have formed a bearish engulfing pattern. NEO on-chain dev activity. As per sentiment, the dev activity has recently increased due to the upcoming Flamingo. As expected, the price has reacted very positively to this increased dev activity. NBSP key levels NEO USD overview today last price 25.097 today daily change 1.31300 today daily change percent 5.52 today daily open 23.784 NBSP trends daily SMA 2019.7868 daily SMA 5016.9259 daily SMA 10013.81543 daily SMA 20011.33486 NBSP levels previous daily high 24.378 previous daily low 20.728 previous weekly high 20.636 previous weekly low 15.932 previous monthly high 22.871 previous monthly low 11.454 daily Fibonacci 38.2% 22.9837 daily Fibonacci 61.8% 22.1223 daily pivot point S121.54867 daily pivot point S219.31333 daily pivot point S317.89867 daily pivot point R125.19867 daily pivot point R226.61333 daily pivot point R328.84867 NBSP Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Cryptocurrency market news. ZEM announces trading competition on Binance following symbol http ntvforex.com news ID D468C4 September 18, 1959 GMT. Here is what you need to know on Saturday 19 September. BTC USD is trading at $10,851 but attempted to crack $11,000 again unsuccessfully. The bearish rejection is not too strong and the price can still establish a daily bull flag. ETH/USD established a new higher high but also got rejected from $394. It is currently bouncing off the 12 EMA on the daily chart. XRP/USD slipped below 25 cents following the rejection from the 26 EMA at $0.255. Bulls will now look to set a new higher low and possibly continue with the short-term uptrend. Chart of the day. ZEM USD daily chart. Market. NEM, the enterprise-focused blockchain-based platform, announced the launch of a new blockchain called Symbol. The mainnet will be launched by December 2020 and all ZEM holders have the ability to obtain Symbol XYM at a 1:1 rate. Following this announcement, Binance posted a new trading competition with a $50,000 prize in ZEM. NBSP. The competition is set to start today at 0:00 am on the ZEM BTC and ZEM ETH trading pairs with a $10,000 prize for the first place. NBSP Industry. Kraken, after getting approval to become the first U.S. bank, has now opened its new official Japanese exchange. NBSP. With the launch of this service, it has become possible to provide global services under the world's highest level of security that Kraken is proud of. When it comes to security, Kraken has the strictest and most advanced management system not only in Japan but also in the world. NBSP SP Exchange has stated that it will be released on Q1 of 2021. The new exchange intends to provide customers with a free listing services, kind of like building a new Amazon in the blockchain industry. NBSP SP Exchange CMO, Adam Nguyen said, NBSP, with our premium services, we are here to shape emerging technology ideas, support and motivate blockchain startups to thrive by connecting them with the global blockchain community. NBSP quote of the day: blockchain is the tech. Bitcoin is merely the first mainstream manifestation of its potential. A. Mark Kenny-Schasberg. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Bitcoin leads, altcoins consolidate, Upside pressure builds. http ntvforex.com News ID 3F89 8 September 18, 1950 GMT. Perhaps ETA just another sign of a maturing market, but we haven't seen a lot of that familiar whipsaw action in crypto lately. Indeed, after months of high volatility, first to the upside, then to the downside, intraday price movements have been more subdued in the past couple weeks. Underneath the surface, however, we see crypto assets establishing a solid base for a potentially explosive rally as we head into the final quarter of 2020. So, the context for crypto index performance this week. The NBSPY's 50 Crypto Index W50, the broadest measure of the industry, closed the 7-day trading week ended Thursday, September 17, with a 2.73% gain. As the chart below shows, it was basically a sideways a week. Here's where it gets interesting. Stripping out NBSP Bitcoin, NBSP BTC, tech adoption grade AAA, NBSP reveals a slightly more bearish week for the altcoins. The NBSPY's 50x BTC Crypto Index NBSP W50x NBSP was down 0.57%. The chart below shows a clear bearish bias compared to the W50. This tells us that Bitcoin held down the fort last week, so to speak, and that altcoins were clearly weaker in the past 7 days. Splitting the industry by market capitalization confirms this fact. The NBSPY's Large Cap Crypto Index WLC NBSPA, which is dominated by Bitcoin A, moved up 5.34% on the week. Note also that, despite some ups and downs, this index spent most of the week heading higher. The WISE Mid Cap Crypto Index NBSP WMC NBSP was down 1.49%. Compared to the WLC, the WMC was clearly weaker, as the chart below clearly points downward. Finally, the NBSPY Small Cap Crypto Index WSC NBSP was the weakest of all three, shedding 9.11% for the trading week ended Thursday. Note also how the chart below is the weakest of all the sub-indexes. The takeaway this week is that, while we saw Bitcoin move higher, the altcoins had a hard time following its lead. This is in sharp contrast to the past couple months, when we generally saw the exact opposite. Altcoins were heading higher, while Bitcoin was struggling to catch up. IAVE often noted on these reports how no crypto bull market is sustainable without Bitcoin leading the way, at least in the early stages. As the most recognizable name in the world of crypto, Bitcoin remains the benchmark for outside investor interest in the asset class. And it's only when we see Bitcoin outperform the rest of the markets to the upside that we can say that new money is moving into the crypto space, a necessary prerequisite for a long-term bull market. I hasten to add, though, that what we've seen in this reversal of fortune is a one-off, for now. It will be interesting to see whether Bitcoin can continue to outperform its altcoin progeny over the next few weeks. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Palm Beach Confidential releases new report highlighting Maker, Engine Coin, and Numeraire. http ntvforex.com News ID 9846B7 September 18, 18:11 GMT. The newest confidential release from Palm Beach includes several coins like Maker, Engine, and Numeraire. The company has been giving picks to investors for years now. Palm Beach Confidential has been reportedly involved in pump and dump schemes in the past. Palm Beach Confidential is a cryptocurrency service and platform that recommends investors to buy coins with a market cap lower than $1 billion. According to the website, Tika Tiwari is widely considered one of the premier crypto analysts in the world and uses a strategy called asymmetric investing, which allows you to turn small sums of money into life-changing gains. Tika has successfully used this strategy to create one of the best cryptocurrency portfolios in the world. Tika Tiwari is the Palm Beach Research Group editor, notorious for his sketchy picks in the past. The Palm Beach Confidential service is not free. In fact, it costs $5,000 for a subscription. NBSP. In the latest report released by Taweri, a few quite big cryptocurrencies are mentioned, starting with Maker. Taweri states that MKR was already recommended in March 2019 and expects it to reach $6,600 eventually. NBSP. If you don't own MKR, I suggest you add it to your portfolio today. As always, place no more than $200A400 for smaller accounts and $500A1000 for larger accounts into this trade. And if you already own MKR, consider buying more if appropriate for you to bring your cost basis down. Engine Coin is highlighted because the video game market is expanding fast and growing from $50 billion to $200 billion in the last 5 years, according to the report. Engine Coin is token used primarily in video games as it has the ability to represent virtual non-fungible goods. Numeraire was only briefly mentioned, telling investors to hold NMR for now. NBSP. Who is Tika Taweri? Tika Taweri is infamous for his links to pump and dump groups and projects. Plenty of past customers complain about Palm Beach Confidential and Tika, stating that they are scammers. One of the biggest scandals came from a recommendation to buy TNT in May 2019. NBSP. The digital asset was trading as high as $0.1143 on May 12, just before an official announcement from Taweri, and Palm Beach told investors to exit TNT. This post caused TNT to plummet 56% in only one day, going from $0.114 to $0.0498 and experiencing further losses to $0.031 weeks later. What's really interesting is the 69% spike that TNT experienced after Palm Beach announced it as a phenomenon playa on May 7. NBSP. Considering Palm Beach Confidential usually announces long-term picks, Tunta's activity is extremely suspicious. Practically, all investors started to view Palm Beach Confidential a fraud after this event. NBSP. MKR USD daily chart maker is currently trading at $486, while the report states investors can buy it up to $800 without a stop loss. We have recently covered Maker and its price outlook in this article. NBSP ENJ USD daily chart engine is down 38% since its 2020 peak at 25 cents. Bulls have established a possible higher low at $0.159 compared to $0.137 and are now looking to climb above the 12 EMA, acting as a healthy resistance level. If ENJ can rise above $0.178, it will confirm a daily uptrend. The MACD is on the verge of a bull cross as well. NBSP ENJ IMAP chart source into the block. The IMAP chart seems to support this theory as there is a sturdy support level at $0.157 but not a lot of resistance to the upside well until $0.181. On the other hand, if this massive support level were to break, ENJ could easily slip towards the last low at $0.137. NMR USD daily chart. NMR had a colossal 200% spike on August 12 and another one on August 27 following the listing on Coinbase and Binance. Unfortunately, the run was short-lived as the digital asset is already down 55% from its peak, trading at $30.85. The Palm Beach Confidential report only advises investors to hold NMR. NMR IMAP chart source into the block. The NMR price is currently bouncing from the 100 MA and has struggled to climb above the daily 120 EMA several days in a row. The RSI continues slowly declining just like the MACD. However, according to the IMAP chart, there seems to be a strong support area at $28 and almost no resistance to the upside. A bounce from this enormous area of support could push NMR up to $34, but at the same time, a loss of this level will most likely take NMR down to $26.26, the next support cluster. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. VE Chain Price Analysis VET looking to retest $0.017 in the short term. http ntvforex.com News ID A536F4 September 18, 17:14 GMT VET is currently trading at $0.0147 after a notable bounce from its low in September at 1 cent. VET price is facing some resistance in the form of the 12 EMA at $0.0148. VE Chain had a steep correction after its peak on August 7, and ETA still down 36% since then. Bulls are looking for a clear breakout while bears are waiting to continue with the robust downtrend formed. VET 3 US dollars day chart. On the 3-day chart, the TD sequential indicator created a strong buy signal on September 9, which has been confirmed now after 2 consecutive green candlesticks. The 12 EMA resistance level is right around the current price, and the MACD looks to be on the path of a bullish cross. VET IAMAP chart source into the block. Furthermore, looking at the IAMAP chart, we can notice that there is very little resistance between $0.014 and $0.017. However, above this last level, there is a massive resistance cluster. NBSP VET USD daily chart. VET's daily chart is looking more bullish now that the price established a higher low and a higher high. The MACD also turned bullish, but the 100 MA is acting as a strong resistance level. NBSP VET new addresses source into the block. Unfortunately, even if the bulls can push VET towards $0.017, the colossal resistance cluster at that level will most likely push it back down. However, the interest in VET seems to be fading away as the number of new addresses has been declining since July. Similarly, the number of transactions is also down. NBSP the most critical resistance level remains at $0.017, while support is at 1 cent. NBSP. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Bitcoin Weekly Forecast. BTC Crystal Ball gives bulls a faint flicker of hope. http ntvforex.com News ID C067CB September 18, 16:17 GMT. The short-term technical signals imply that BTC is ripe for downside correction. Strong support will prevent the price from a free fall. The longer-term risks are tilted to the downside. Bitcoin staged a healthy recovery this week. The Pioneer digital currency price took off from the support area of $10,000 and touched the next psychological line of $11,000. At the time of writing, BTC USD is changing hands at $10,940, mostly unchanged in the last 2 days. Bears are ready to snatch the initiative from the technical point of view. The strong resistance comes at $11,300. This barrier served as strong support for BTC in August and flipped into resistance after a sharp sell-off in September's first week. Notably, this line is also reinforced by the daily SMA 50. However, the bullish interest petered out on approach to the psychological barrier of $11,000, meaning that the market is gripped by indecision at this stage. 2 doji candles following a steep growth on a daily chart confirm the high level of uncertainty and imply that bears may be ready to snatch back the initiative if bulls stay hesitant and fail to pass the resistance area of $11,000 $11,300 anytime soon. NBSP. Meanwhile, the TD index on daily and 12-hour charts send sell signals, worsening the short-term technical picture. This setup, combined with the strong resistance ahead, implies that BTC price is at risk to retreat to $10,500 or even $10,000 before bulls decide on a recovery attempt. NBSP BTC USD daily chart. A closer look at the market positioning reveals that the biggest wall of supply comes at $11,600 $11,900. 1 million addresses with over 700k BTC have their break-even point within that area. However, there are also smaller, but still significant barriers on approach to $11,300 and $11,600, meaning that BTC bulls will need some right motivation and persistence to plow through. NBSP not so fast, please. On the other hand, we have two significant clusters of BTC addresses with 760K and 770K BTC, with the break-even in the range from $10,900 all the way down to $10,200, making the way to the south even harder than the potential recovery. NBSP Bitcoin's market positioning data source into the block. A deeper dive into the on-chain metrics reveals that Bitcoin bulls may be less inclined to sell, as BTC's net flows to the cryptocurrency exchange accounts are in the negative territory. It means that the market is entering an accumulation phase as people continue taking their coins from the hot wallets to the cold wallets. Bitcoin net inflows to the exchanges peaked on September 15 and started falling, moving in sync with the price recovery. If this trend persists, we may see an increased buying pressure as sellers are leaving the market. NBSP Bitcoin's net flows to the cryptocurrency exchanges source into the block. Another reason to be cautious with the outright bearish forecasts is Bitcoin's holders distribution data. According to Sentiment's statistics, one whale with at least 10,000 coins in their wallet has entered the network, while the number of wallets with over 1,000 has been trending higher in the last 3 months. The behavior of large Bitcoin investors tends to have a massive impact on price momentum. If the number of whales continues moving higher, the BTC price is likely to follow the trend. Bitcoin's holders distribution source Sentiment. Let us zoom out to the weekly chart, where BTC USD has created a big green candle after a doji candle of the previous week. The middle line of the weekly Bollinger Band at $10,000 serves as local support, reinforced by the lower line of the consolidation channel that dominated the market since the beginning of September. The prices tested this Bollinger Band line twice, and each time they reversed to the upside, meaning that bears may be intimidated by this area. However, once it is broken, $8,800 may come into focus. This barrier is created by the weekly SMA 50 that limited the sell-off since the beginning of May. BTC USD weekly chart. To conclude, the current technical and on-chain setup implies that BTC may continue moving inside the broad range limited by $11,000 and $10,000. Several technical indicators send bearish signals, but significant support created by market orders may slow down the bears and trigger another recovery attempt. A sustainable move below $10,000 will worsen the immediate technical picture and bring more sellers to the market, with the long-term target at $8,800. NBSP on the other hand, $11,000 needs to be taken out for the recovery to gain traction. However, the bulls will have to make their way through a thick layer of barriers until $11,900, $12,000. Once they manage to break free, the upside momentum may start snowballing. The decreasing cryptocurrency exchange deposits and the slowly growing number of whales imply that BTC chances are tilted to the upside from the long-term perspective. The forecast poll has improved marginally since the previous week, as expectations on all but weekly time frames remained bearish. Now the experts believe that the risks are tilted to the downside both in the short run and in the long period. However, the price expectations on a monthly time frame moved above $11,000. It means that no one expects a sustainable Bitcoin price increase. According to the median price forecast, the first digital coin will stay range-bound around the current levels. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Maker price analysis. MKR whales could be getting ready to dump again at $470. http ntvforex.com. News ID 97C03E September 18, 16, 4 GMT. MKR is currently trading at $492 after a notable spike and rejection from $556. The daily downtrend is still intact, and a recent inflow of tokens to exchanges is worrying investors. Maker has been one of the most affected coins after the last crypto crash, losing around 50% of its value in practically 1 month. MKR is currently ranked 37th with a market capitalization of $500 million. MKR USD daily chart. There is a massive downtrend formed by MKR on the daily chart. Bulls tried to break out on September 17 after a notable spike towards $556 from a low of $468. However, the price got quickly rejected, dropping to $500 within minutes. MKR has formed a resistance level at around $560, and ETA also facing the 12 EMA at $510 as resistance. MKR holders distribution source sentiment. The most notable development for MKR is a spike in exchange inflow registered on Glassnode. This doesn't necessarily mean a sell-off is close. However, a significant decline in whales further strengthens the theory that MKR faces a lot of selling pressure. Whales holding at least 10,000 coins dropped from 16 to 10. Similarly, whales with at least 1,000 coins dropped from 82 to 76. MKR 4 US dollars hour chart. Not everything is lost for MKR bulls, as the 4-hour chart is slowly changing in favor of them. The price has established several higher lows and the MACD flipped bullish hours ago. NBSP MKR IMAP chart. Source into the block. According to the IMAP chart, MKR has a ton of support at $468, which means that a bearish breakout of this level would be notable. On the flip side, if the bulls can defend this price and bounce back up, resistance levels are significantly smaller than support. Investors need to look out for the $468 support and $510 resistance levels. Any breakout below or above this range will be crucial for the short-term future of MKR. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors. Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Bitcoin BTC price analysis. Considering chances of bulls to fix above $11,000 in short term. http ntvforex.com. News ID 73113C September 18, 15:23 GMT. How much time do bulls need to get Bitcoin BTC to $11,500? Cover image via www.tradingview.com. Bulls are back in NBSP the game, as most of the cryptocurrencies are again under NBSP bullish influence. Mainly, all top 10 coins are located in the green zone. Top 10 coins by CoinStats. The sharp rise of the altcoins has affected the dominance rate of Bitcoin BTC, which has declined and is now at 54.3%. TKS market share. The relevant Bitcoin data today. Name Bitcoin ticker BTC. Market cap NBSP $202,975,758,055. Price NBSP $10,975.67. Volume 24H NBSP $27,311,423,903. Change 24H 1.01%. The data is relevant at NBSP press time. BTC USD can bears withstand and get Bitcoin back to $10,500. Yesterday, in the morning, the NBSP price of Bitcoin BTC continued to decline. Sellers managed to pierce the daily EMA 55, setting a local minimum of around $10,740. BTC USD chart by TradingView. In the afternoon, the pair began to slowly recover and, before the end of the day, it was able to return to the area of $10,900. In the morning, trading volumes decreased significantly, and further recovery to the target level of $11,200 NBSP was difficult. If buyers form a bullish momentum today, the pair will break through the level of $11,200, and the daily maximum is possible in the 50% Fibo area, $11,394. At the same time, the overheating of the market, which is seen on the daily time frame, may not allow the bulls to break through to the target level. In that case, sellers will try to return the pair to the support area of $10,500. BTC USD chart by TradingView. On the hourly chart, Bitcoin BTC is likely to retest the $11,100 level after it has successfully bounced off the local support at $11,750. However, buyers have fewer chances to keep the growth as the volume is low, along with the liquidity. In this regard, the more likely price action is the false breakout of NBSP $11,100 on the NBSP weekend, followed by a NBSP decline below $11,000 next week. BTC USD chart by TradingView on the 1-2H time frame. Bull's power is coming to an NBSP end as NBSP $11,000 is a strong resistance that is unlikely to be broken for the first time. NBSP Although NBSP liquidity is high, the trading volume is going down slightly, which means that a short-term decline may occur. Applying the Bollinger Bands indicator to NBSP the chart, one needs to pay attention to the 61.8% level that refers to $10,681. That may be the endpoint NBSP of the correction before a new wave of growth. Bitcoin is trading at $10,984 at press time. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.